about TK. TK, do you have a headache?
No, my lashes are starting to be on the decline.
Oh, okay, I
yeah,
got you.
yeah,
I
yeah,
got
yeah.
you.
And I don't have any. I mean, this is just me. So
Understood.
what sometimes the eyes are the last thing to really get popping, and so everything looks good when the sunglasses are on. We'll just say
I
that.
got you. I
I'm
agree.
with that.
I
I'm
agree.
with that. I
That
understand that.
cardigan though, who makes that cardigan?
Uh,
Expensive.
I
Expensive.
got it on. I got it from Union. I forgot the brand that makes it,
Yeah,
but I got it from Union.
that's hand tie-dyed. That's like a what's it what's that?
Yeah, you got it.
Mohair? That's
Mm-hmm.
mohair? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Some
Rich.
mohair. Yeah, get some mohair for that. You'll never find.
Wow. You're back home. Mama Krick already got you working. Are those
Oh
Christmas
yeah.
Yeah,
decorations
it
in the
is
background?
She
July.
did it. She kept the Christmas decorations up for me because I didn't get to decorate my spot because I was moving out. So
Oh,
she
Yeah.
wanted it to feel. I had a Christmas dinner when I came home, like a little turkey, little
oh,
potatoes.
That sounds
So
awesome.
she's doing. It's just
It's
very
Black History Month at this point. Like
Did,
MLK Day's right around the
it
corner,
really
man.
is.
literally. And didn't you have an interesting Christmas dinner? Was that with
That was
the?
Christmas Eve. The fishes.
Yeah, the fishes, the
Oh, no,
salmon
no. I
fish.
was my bad. I was thinking of something else. What was the the swinger couple that tried
Oh yeah,
to
that
get
was
to the
on
combine?
election night. That was on
That's
Uh,
what
election.
that was. Yeah, that's what that was.
Yeah.
well, that night you could have tried anything. It wouldn't have mattered. It's whatever gets you through the night. It's
What
fine.
was that one movie that it was like the last well, it was like the end of the world and it was like a stoner movie and they thought the end of the world was coming. It was like Jonah Hill was in
Yeah.
there and the dude who
I know
got
exactly what movie you're talking
yeah,
about.
what
It's
is that
terrible.
movie called?
I can't
And
remember.
then
It's is it wait a minute, isn't it called End of the World?
Is it?
No, this is the end.
This is
This
the
is
end.
the end.
and
Yeah,
then
that's
didn't
what it
you
was. That was what that night was. I could have had some group loving, and who would have cared really? You know
and then didn't a lady in there have a line where she's like, "It doesn't matter. We're all gonna die anyway." Something like
exactly,
that. Yeah.
The old Kyle Shanahan line. We don't even know if we're gonna be here Sunday. So get your group love in. Do what you gotta do. Obviously we want to talk to you about the Kings, the winning streak, our Dubs
Oh,
not doing well.
oh boy.
shed
There's
a tear.
one thug tear right down the side of the cheek. But the story we were alluding to earlier is the Jerry Jones, Deion Sanders story. This is the fakest story in professional football, right? This is the fakest story in sports.
There's just
Deion
no
doesn't want to
world.
coach the Dallas Cowboys, and Jerry doesn't want Deion to coach the Dallas Cowboys, but it benefits both of them to pretend like they're talking to each other.
I just don't have it in me. You know what I mean? To be that political, to be that desiring, just desperate and thirsty for the spotlight. Speaking of which, Chatty House, I've got subscribers now on Instagram. So go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Speaking of thirsty. So anyway, back to the Jerry Jones Dion stuff. Both of them just want to be in the headlines. That's all they want. But we know that this marriage makes no sense because we know what Jerry Jones is. He is a power hungry billionaire who is never going to let go of the decision making for his team. And it's fine because it's his team. Being a fan of the team stinks because he's in charge, but he's never going to let go of that. And he even said so not that long ago. Even when Magic Johnson was talking about the Commanders, you just get out of the good people's way, you build a culture, you hire the right people, and then you let them do their job. And Jerry, juxtaposed with that, said, "No, I'm not doing that. I am going to continue to be in charge." And then you take that knowledge and you add that to what we know about Dion. Dion also wants to have all things be about him. Dion also isn't someone who's really great with the media and criticism. We saw what he did with Colorado and the reporters from, I think it was CBS this last year, and how he wouldn't even let them ask him any questions. We see what Deion is in terms of wanting to have control of all aspects of his program. We see him using leverage to get Shiloh and Shadur to the same team, that maybe, just maybe, he would only coach that team then. Possibly. He's intrigued. Neither one of these guys could work together. They are the same dude, honestly. And quite frankly, as a fan, that might be the thing. That might be the thing that just gets me to go forever.
Jerry just be sending people
Wait,
away
really?
left and right.
I know there's been so many racist things that have happened where I should have gone. I really don't even know how I'm holding on.
Yeah, the whole keeping the black girl out of the school, that might have done it for me, but like Deion that's the end of the line.
I know, and then I feel like that's kind of racist, so I kind of have to hang on. So we kind of have to just like, Deion's the reason you jump ship. Jesus. Oh, it's just been so hard. And on top of that, you see the Commanders succeeding, and you just look at yourself and you say, in what world is this team set up for success more than America's team, the Commanders? A team that didn't even have this name, a team that was the Washington football team just a mere few years ago, didn't even have a team name. They are set up for more success than us.
I saw a video from Deion over the weekend where he had like his first meeting with the new Colorado team. Now I don't have to be dad, I get to be coach, and I'm looking forward to it. This is awesome, and then like the next day they had a discussion with the Cowboys. I don't know, man.
Do you guys remember when they were not playing well in the beginning of the season? And he said that Shadur and Travis Hunter were like Ferraris in a trailer park.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
What? Sir, I don't even know what he would say about NFL players. Micah Parsons and him would be a disaster. I have no idea how this would even go.
He needs to stay in Colorado. He's perfect for college football. As much as it is like attention seeking, it is part of his job at Colorado. You want to be looked at as a college coach that's sought out by the NFL. You could even have no intrigue at all about going to the NFL and put your name out there, and then go back to your kids and say, "No, I chose you guys. I chose you guys. I love you guys. They wanted me in the NFL, but I love you." That's the move if you're a college football coach. So I get it on both sides. I get why Jerry would want to stay in the headlines or whatever. I don't know what they're gonna do in Dallas. I have no idea, man. Because the biggest thing we talk about Jerry and all this other stuff, they hitched their wagon to the wrong quarterback.
Not just that, but how they handled Mike
really
McCarthy.
hate Dak Prescott, man.
Yeah,
you're not going nowhere with
really
Dak
hate
Prescott.
that dude.
You're not going nowhere with him. I don't hate him. What do I got to hate him for? He's keeping my dream alive. I love him. I love the guy.
Do you think Jared Goff is a better quarterback than Dak Prescott?
Yes.
That's because Jared Goff, the only Jared Goff you remember, because apparently you've got amnesia, is the Jared Goff with the Detroit Lions with a capable Dan Campbell. But when Jared Goff was with the Rams, they could not get rid of him fast enough. Do you know how many first-round picks Matthew Stafford trade got? Literally, and they're like the same guy. LA got their little Super Bowl, but they had to give first-round picks up to get rid of the Jared Goff business, to get out of that business. So Dak Prescott is also a victim of the coaching that he's had and the leadership above the coaches. If he was to go somewhere else that had a better, more capable, competent leadership team and a better offensive-minded coach, and do not give me any of that Kellen Moore was good bull crap, because I am not in on that at all, despite the Eagles looking okay. They just run the damn ball. That's just what they do under Kellen Moore and a bunch of jet sweeps. He would be much better. If you put Dak Prescott with Ben Johnson and the Detroit Lions right now, Dak Prescott would be playing, people would be like, oh yeah, he's like Josh Allen.
No, he wouldn't. I've never seen Dak Prescott come through when I need him to, playoffs or regular season, or when somebody would want him to. Never, not once. Like maybe you could talk about that Tampa Bay game in the wild card a couple years ago. That's it. Any regular and the regular season game when they beat Philly last year on Sunday Night Football. Those are the two times. Any other time you need him in a big moment, any other time, he's failed every time. Every single time. At least Jared Goff, the Rams were trying to get rid of him, but I've seen him go into the Superdome and win a NFC Championship game. I've seen him play well against who were they playing? It was the Cowboys, actually beat their asses in the playoffs in LA. Like I've actually seen, even in LA, not even in Detroit, I've seen him in moments play well. I ain't never seen Dak when needed, when really needed.
Played well in the Packers game, no?
He had a terrible first half. He was a rookie. I give him that, but he was awful in the first half. He cleaned it up in the second half and got them into the game, but he was awful in that first half.
You just see, now you're changing your perspective. You just said you've never seen it, and that second half was a good second half.
I gave you 2 games. I did give you 2 games. I gave you 2 games. Like Tampa Bay was sorry, but he played well.
Tampa Bay was favored in that game.
I don't know why. They were sorry. Tampa Bay was sorry. Dak is he's a talented quarterback, but I've just, like I said, I just had never seen him come through when he need to, and I haven't been proven wrong yet. We going on like 5-6 years.
Okay, well, are you imitating that New York DJ Francesca or whatever his name is in that GIF that you posted, where you're like, you look like you're asleep and then you jolt up? Is that what that is?
No, you know what that was? That was when
It absolutely looks like when he fell asleep on the air.
You know what it was, though? Like, truthfully, I was listening to my co-host blabber on about something, and it was hour probably 3 and change. And then he said something so wrong and out of pocket. I had to go, what? What did you say? That just woke me up. I am aghast. That's what that was. And like, it was like, oh my God, did anybody else hear this? This is insane.
It's a great gift. It's a great
good
gift.
stuff. She got some good gifts.
Oh, she has tremendous gifts. Yeah. Let's talk about our Kings, because we had to bring this one back.
Warm me up on that beam, baby.
Yes, indeed. Yeah! We had to bring it back after 7 straight. We haven't gotten to talk to you through the bulk of this win streak. The Kings keep on winning and keep on winning. What do you think about your beam team out here in Sacramento in the Doug Christie era?
Pace of play is up. Defense is a little better. Offense is a little better. I want to believe, like I do. I'm hoping it's better vibes. We'll just say this. The vibes, whatever was plaguing the team, whatever was the wet blanket hovering around the squad, it feels like that has gotten better, right? It feels like things stink less in terms of the culture. Is that a Doug Christie thing? I feel like it kind of is. He's a guy who's still got assistant coach energy, which I don't know why head coaches, when they become head coaches, just turn into robots. I think it's kind of dope when a head coach cares like JJ Redick cares like Doug Christie cares like Dan Campbell cares, cares like Dan Quinn cares. I like that. If I'm a player, and especially a player like De'Aaron Fox, who's kind of, even keel, doesn't get super emotional, maybe needs a little jolt to something. I like that. That's a great fit. Mike Brown, as much as we liked his energy in press conferences, like the scrums at shoot around, he had like energy. That just didn't feel the same way to me. I don't know about how you guys feel, but the vibes are certainly up. I don't know, though, circling back, if I can trust this to continue against really top-end talent with their top-end stars playing. But I would say when Mike Brown was coaching, you could consistently know that even a team without their stars playing, you could imagine the Kings losing in that world too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I'm trying to think right off the top of my head of a time, and maybe I'm missing just a clear one, where that new coach has come in the system or whatever, and it's continued. You know, we always hear all the
Ty
time.
Lue?
Oh, yeah, Ty Lue. I mean, but they were they? I can't remember. Were they like really slumping? They were still like the
No.
1 seed, right?
No, when he took over for Blatt,
Yeah.
Blatt.
yeah, they were like 41-10 or something like that.
Yeah.
They were fine.
Yeah. They just didn't like David Blatt.
Yeah, that's all
Yeah.
it boiled down to.
So, you know, I think Doug Christie, they're not going to, well, maybe they will win 40 straight games, but I'm not saying it'll be that. But I don't know if it's like a honeymoon phase and then they'll just kind of revert back to other things. I think he's a good coach. I think they respond well to him, and they're finally playing up to their capabilities as well. But I don't know. That's not really typical, right? Typically, like you get the new coach and there's a nice little period and then maybe tapers out again. So I was trying to think if there was a time when that didn't happen. I guess Cleveland's the only one, but I don't know. Maybe I'm missing one.
Well, it's not like the Bucks had the vibes when Doc took over.
No.
They went the opposite
No
way.
good. Yeah, no good vibes when Doc took over. So
Well, you could say technically Joe Mazzulla, but they hired him. They hired him full boat, right? It wasn't an interim thing. Ime
Well,
was
he was.
suspended. Well, he was interim at first, right?
He was the interim, and Brad got heavily criticized for stripping the interim tag during the season.
Yes, that's what he did. Yeah, he took the interim tag off during the season.
Yep.
Before Ime was officially through his suspension.
Yeah. That's when the Ime Bucks and all of that. What was it?
Nets.
The Nets. Yeah. Yeah. So you're not.
Someone brings up a good one. I'm sorry.
Not
guys.
really
That's
vibing.
What Stan Van Gundy to Pat Riley. Although Miami was still really good, they
Showtime.
Wasn't it Pat Riley to Stan Van Gundy?
No, it was Stan. They fired Stan Van. And
Pat took over for him.
And they won it.
Yeah.
Well, remember it was this is like a
Stan went to
way
spend time with his family.
That's right.
That's what it was. He didn't retire.
Deep cut was what I think Magic Johnson's rookie year when there was the bike accident and Pat Riley and the guy from
Paul Westphal.
Paul Westphal came in and
Westhead. Which one was it? Paul Westhead.
Westphal
was our coach.
Yeah,
he's not with us
Westhead.
anymore.
Yeah,
Paul
Westhead.
Westhead was the
former Blazers coach.
Apparently, slightly psychotic based on winning time.
Definitely had some stuff going on, but they were slumping, and then they took off.
Yeah,
and he stayed on, and then weird stuff happened.
That was Magic's second season, I think, second or third.
They had won a championship.
They had won a championship his rookie year. Yeah, it was his second or third season.
Was Westhead the one that won the championship? I think Westhead was the one that won the championship because
the rookie year when
rookie year.
But that's not the guy that got on the bike, was it?
Yeah, it is. Isn't it?
The guy who
No, the guy no, you're right.
The guy who Pat Riley took over for won the championship.
Well, but that was
Westhead.
No, Pat Riley and him were together.
I'm thinking of winning time, so this is terrible.
Yeah, same.
There was the other guy, forgot his name, but he got in a bike accident. Westhead took over. They won the championship. And then like the next year, Magic was like over him. And Magic was like taking criticism, obviously, because the guy just won a championship.
Then you can really give that Laker example twice. The dude who was in the biking accident, and then they win the chip because they were definitely having issues then. And then
Jack McKinney was in the bike accident.
Yep, Jack McKinney. Thank you. My memory is not.
All I was thinking was from the guy from now I can't even remember the name of the movie, but the one with Mina Kimes where he's on an island and he bunks next to Russell Brand and Russell Brand's with his ex-girlfriend.
What was that?
I don't remember, but the movie's
but he's also in Shrinking. That guy.
I haven't watched Shrinking. Like it pops up on my Apple TV every day, but I've never watched it. Is it good?
Yeah, it's really good.
Really good.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's very funny and very touching. You get all the range of emotions from it.
Oh, okay. I don't want to cry. Oh, Forgetting Sarah Marshall.
Every
that was the
show.
movie I was thinking of.
Forgetting Sarah Marshall. Yes,
That's the movie I was thinking of.
I ain't seen. I heard of it, but I ain't seen.
It's funny. It's a good waste of time movie.
Who'd you watch that with, Damien? I know you didn't watch it alone.
I watched it alone. I watched most movies alone.
That's an extremely white movie.
It is very okay. Well, all right.
I
No.
thought maybe there was some snow bunny or something that put you up to it.
I didn't
know?
see it in the theater. It like
That's
showed
a
up
snow.
on
That's a
TNT
snow
one
bunny
day.
special. Forgetting Sarah Martin. That's why I knew. Like, I'm not surprised Kenny hasn't seen it.
Well, yeah, I guess my movie.
Trysta trying to figure out what white woman I'm dating that's got me watching Forgetting Sarah Martin.
Well, mine would be. I always reference While You Were Sleeping. You ever seen that? Sandra Bullock.
There's
Sandra
a
Bullock.
coma involved in that one, right?
Yeah, she saved it. She didn't even save the guy. He like was on the train, got in a coma, and he was in the hospital when the doctors and everything came by. They're like, "Oh, are you his wife?" And she's like, "Yeah." So she's parading as his wife, and then he wakes up, and his actual fiance or whatever pulls up. But I think somehow, being in a coma, he wakes up and he's like, "I think I love Sandra." How does that happen?
That is wild. The whole concept of that movie is wild.
I haven't seen it.
A lot of but what was the movie with? Did you ever see that 80s movie Overboard with Goldie Hawn and is it Kurt Russell?
That's Bird on a Wire, isn't it?
No, no. The movie's called Overboard.
Oh, aren't they? Did they do another movie?
Probably.
Aren't they on Bird on a Wire?
Probably. They're like together. They've been together for like 100 years. They're just not married.
Dead, aren't they? They're dead.
Goldie Hawn's not dead.
I don't know.
But Burt Reynolds, is he dead?
Who said Burt Reynolds?
You did.
I said Kurt Russell.
Oh.
I'd be terrible if Goldie Hawn is dead.
Isn't she dead?
She's older than I realized. She's 79.
Wow.
She's not dead.
Sounds about right.
She's coffin dust, though.
Oh.
Damn. Yeah, and Kurt Russell's still with us. He's 73.
Okay, well, my bad. But Burt Reynolds is dead, though, right?
I don't know.
Let's find out. Burt Reynolds passed away in 2018, so he's been gone for a while.
Okay, that's what I thought. That's what I thought.
Damn, Burt
Reynolds. R.I.P. Burt.
I don't remember where I was going.
Oh, Goldie Hawn with.
Oh, you know why I got that is Bird on the Wire. That's why I got it.
Was Burt Reynolds in Bird on a Wire?
I thought
no, but it was the name Bird and Bird.
No, Kurt Russell was.
Yeah. I just remember
I cannot express how stupid this show gets sometimes.
I just remember she was in the shower and she got a roach in her hair.
Oh, okay.
Oh, God.
I don't remember Bird on a Wire at all.
That's all I remember. First Wives Club.
Bird on a Wire. There it is.
I seen 27 Dresses. You
Mel
guys seen that
Gibson
one?
is in that too.
I've seen that one. That one's a very snow bunny movie.
27 Dresses. That's a good movie. It's a good movie.
I don't think Kurt Russell is in this movie. I think it's just.
Oh, he's
Mel
not in Bird
Gibson.
on the Wire?
No.
Oh, yeah. I think it is Mel Gibson.
It is. No, it is. I'm looking at him. It is Mel Gibson.
Just,
the poster literally says Mel and Goldie.
Did you see Mel Gibson tweak on
This is the widest 10 minutes this show has ever had, by the way.
Mel Gibson right now is currently tweaking. He's on CNN saying all kinds of wild conspiracy theory stuff about the LA fires.
Like California didn't cut off the water supply or something, and that's why
on purpose.
Yeah.
Makes you wonder, he said, what are you doing right now, guy?
The next time someone tells you we're about the people, go read the federal aid proposal for California and how certain restrictions are going to apply. Now, remind you, Florida, every 5 seconds a hurricane hits. Let's take care of Florida. Alabama, the Gulf Coast break. No, we got you. California, virtually unshakable blue state. Oh, you bitches are burning. There's going to have to be some conditions to this federal aid. So remember that the next time people say we're about the people. Damn. Ain't nobody out there about the people except D'Lo and KC.
That's us.
And me.
TK. We about the people.
Yeah, straight up.
Don't know how to segue this back to Doug Christie other than
is he for the people?
I'm sure he's hoping well for his people out there. And here we go. We're back to the Kings, I guess. I don't know. Did you have another white movie you wanted to discuss? What do we think about 10 Things I Hate About You?
That's not bad.
I don't know that one.
Really?
You don't know that? I've seen that once.
That's Heath Ledger. And I can't remember the girl in it, but it's definitely Heath Ledger.
I like Heath Ledger.
What about what's my one with
R.I.P. to him. He's also dead.
Freddie Prinze Jr. is dead?
No, Heath Ledger's dead.
Oh, Heath Ledger's definitely dead.
Freddie
Yep.
Prinze.
Julia Stiles. She's All That.
She's All That.
Very much alive. That was a good movie. She's All That.
That was a good movie. That was
what was the one with Julia Stiles? Where she was
the one. That was the one.
A dancer, where they were like
Save the Last Dance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Hooked up with the brother at the end.
Yeah, she was with the Broadway actor. Well, he wasn't a Broadway actor in the movie, but him. And then the one girl, the little mean black girl, she's a legend. She's a legend. She was great.
The mean black girl?
Yeah, she's the one that wasn't showing her no love the whole time. I forgot her name, but she's a legend. She was in a couple other movies too.
Okay.
Nice.
Her name is Bianca. Her real name is Bianca, I think, the black girl.
This is great conversation.
What is the most famous record to come from Save the Last Dance? Anybody?
Live your dreams.
Yeah, they played a bunch
not
of.
as hard as it may seem. Is that one?
I don't know.
That was the main song.
I don't even know what that is. I'm talking about our records.
Oh.
Now, mind you, there's a bunch of like Donnell Jones, like there are records that are already established on there, but there's one that came from that soundtrack.
Got me.
They did say what on that one.
Yep,
didn't they?
that was on there. Yep.
That's how it was named.
Lucy Pearl, Snoop, Q-Tip.
Oh, that was a good one.
That's
you.
Oh, that was on that.
All I really,
that was on that the soundtrack.
Yep.
That's a great soundtrack, actually.
It's a great song.
Oh, that is a great song. That is a great song. Great collab and everything.
Doug Christie went to school in L.A., and that is a very L.A. record. So we're back to Trysta not really believing in what the Sacramento Kings are doing right now. Is that what I got?
That's what. Yeah, that's the tone I heard.
I think it's just kind of like a wait and see. It could be a lot worse. I'm happy that the win streak is occurring. We call this potentially a dead cat bounce, which, I don't know if it's a dead cat bounce. We're going to have to see. You've never heard that term before? Dead cat bounce? Okay.
I mean, I'm visualizing it now. That's cold game.
Yeah, it's a cold game out there. So
that is a terrible visualization as well.
Yeah, no, it's horrible, but that's
a lifeless cat bounces?
Yeah, like exactly like it's an upswing, right? It's the only reason it bounces is just hit the concrete.
Yeah.
It's dead. There's no life
I get
left
that
in
analogy.
Cat.
We definitely hit the concrete, but
yeah, that's what I'm saying. So the coaching change can be considered a dead cat bounce. Like you get a little bit of life. Huh?
That's a hell of a bounce.
7 games is not long enough for me to say it's not a bounce, And I'm gonna need to see.
Even though we're above 500.
I like that.
Okay.
You know who's not above 500 right now is our Dubs. Our
Dubs are not
1 game below 500. And I don't know if you saw this. You can't. It's it's unfixable.
Mm-hmm. Unbreakable is a Michael Jackson song.
Yeah, it's unfixable, Speedy.
I love that.
So
Unfaithful is the Rihanna song.
We're out. We're not. We're just never getting on the rails. We're just never. It's never happening.
No.
Are we doing Kings or Dubs? Because in terms
of no. Let's go Dubs because I watched the sad video last night.
Yep, it was so sad. I was crying. I had to get myself together for the video.
Yeah, I could see it. I could see the red.
Could you?
Yeah.
I had to use Visine before I made that video.
I bet.
It's just really heartbreaking. Could not, such a great franchise, such a storied franchise, such a good fan base, such a loyal fan base.
Yeah.
Just you're wondering, wow.
You hate this for him.
Yeah,
you do.
It's tough to see Jim Parks and everybody.
Jim Parks. Yeah.
TK, do you? Because you're right. Everything you're saying is right. I just don't know if I can go to the point where I say a Steph Curry team is going to miss out on everything. Do you believe that?
Yes. Yeah, I do. I saw Brian Windhorst today say something similar to what I said in the video last night, which is just, I think Steph Curry has just given up. I think he knows that it's just not happening this year. Remember the year that he broke his hand and it was like, all right, I'm going to just call it a season.
No, that's what Draymond did.
Yep. It's just kind of got the vibes of he knows that there is no real competitive ability in this squad. You're gonna have some good nights, and there's players on this team. Buddy Hield, when Buddy is on a heat check, he's awesome. But his 3-point percentages are down, and as the late great Jerry West said, that boy dumb as a stump. So sometimes Buddy's not gonna give you the highest IQ level of basketball. And you got
To
Dennis
be
Schroeder
clear,
there.
to be
What?
clear, did the late great Jerry West say that about Buddy Hield, or was that just a general phrase that he would use? Okay, well, all right, asked and answered. It's fine. Go ahead, continue.
So, anyhow, there's players on the team. Pajemski's declined, not even declined, regressed, I guess you could say. So they probably should have moved him in the offseason. You've got Kuminga, who's very up and down. They're probably not going to want to pay him, but they're not giving him the amount of minutes that he really needs. It's just a team where they're hopeless. It's just not going to be able, they're not going to be able to win sustained amount of games against the best teams in the West, in my opinion. And if Steph is already down in the dumps and it's only January 14th and Steve Kerr is saying publicly, hey, Steph is upset because he wants to be competitive and we're not competitive, and all that BS that was being talked 10 games into the season when our Dubs were 8-2 about how the vibes are so different this year and the culture's back and yada yada yada. It does not appear that any of that was true. So to me, you got to say to yourself, one, also the fact that Steph Curry's like, oh yeah, the 2 timeline thing, it didn't work, and they're asking him questions like, hey, who do you guys have enough? And he's like, oh, that's not for me to say. So what do we have here? What is this team? I don't think it's a team you can even, don't have enough pieces to find players to make them a contender. They're just not gonna be. Draymond's probably got to go. Try to get something for him. You probably are in a really precarious situation too, because as soon as Steph Curry leaves the Warriors, no one's gonna give a flying F about this team. As soon as he walks out that door, no one cares. But he's your golden goose. He's the reason this franchise is worth as much as they're worth. But he's also the only thing that can get you back draft picks and players to start again, to maybe, possibly, hopefully finding a way back into something better than the dumps. And then on top of that, if Steph Curry wants to go or is open, I think open to go is probably better to say than wants to go. If he really wants to compete for a championship, it's not going to be there. So it's a really precarious situation because all of your profitability is tied up in him, but he's the only thing that anybody wants on that damn team.
Would you ever trade Steph Curry without him saying, yeah, I'm ready to move on? Like, even though it's better for your franchise, like you can get something, like say this summer, he was just like, look, I'm willing to ride this thing out till the wheels fall off, Kobe style, yeah, I'm here. Would you ever, for your franchise's sake, trade him?
No, unless I was going to sell the team. I would sell the team before I would trade Steph Curry, because the moment you trade him, the value of your franchise goes down 30%, 40%. It's a lot. It's a
You
lot.
can't even trade this for. You can't even sell this version of the Golden State Warriors. What's this, like a $7-8 billion franchise?
Yeah.
Like, who has that? Like, there's like a percentage of a percent of people who could afford to buy a team like the Warriors or the Knicks or the Cowboys or something like that.
Well, and Joe Lacob probably should have done what Whit Grusbeck did the moment the Boston Celtics won the championship, which is the value will never be higher. You sell right then.
Yep, go make
Writings on the
tequila.
wall. Yep, time to go. Time to get up out of Dodge. But no, Joe Lacob wants his grandkids to be living the high life. And he said it. I've heard him say, I want my grandkids to be contending for championships. And I'm like, brother, you will never get a Steph Curry again.
On the flip side, RIP, I'd never sell an organization. I never would.
Well, you have wealth that most of us can't.
Yeah, I mean, that's why they call you Courtside Kenny. You know,
No.
That's right.
some of us have to make a living. Kenny can't just hang out and be Jerry Jones owning a team.
If I have
employing
the
our
team,
family.
I don't have to make a living anymore. I have the team.
Girl speaking the truth.
I'd never sell an organization. And I put it in the bylaws that my kids, grandkids can't ever sell either. It's staying in the family forever.
Even if you become a laughing stock like Jeannie Buss is.
Yeah. Yeah, we ain't selling that. What am I gonna do?
Who gets that organization next? Because she doesn't have kids, does she?
I don't know where that goes.
What
That's
if
a
it
great
goes
question.
Might go to the, like, seriously,
To
like
the brothers?
Jeannie move? No, go to Kobe's girls.
Oh yeah, it'll go to Rob.
Go back to Magic.
Yeah.
Just finally Magic gets all of the Lakers.
That's where it should go.
To Magic?
To Magic.
Well, I mean, Magic and
He's
Jeannie.
a little long in the tooth
I
too.
was gonna say Magic and Jeannie are probably close to the same.
Good point. I don't think either one are going anywhere.
Maybe EJ could have it. Well, that's true.
They're not exactly Jerry Jones out there. Like
No,
Jeannie's still
very true.
She can move a little bit.
No, she can move.
She's still putting them heels on, boy.
First of all, I want to say happy Women's
Yeah.
Day.
Oh yeah. Yes.
Is this National Women's Day?
No, I don't think so.
No, that was LeBron talking to Jeannie.
Oh yeah.
Oh, LeBron. Oh, honey.
And Rambus's wife out of nowhere.
That's like the prototypical. If you look up caking in Wikipedia, that's what that was.
Caking. Amazing. TK, we missed you. We love you.
I missed you. It did feel like, wow, that week took a piece of me out, you know?
We didn't like that, dog. We didn't like that.
That was tough.
Did
you didn't drive across the country. You flew, right? The
I
Audi
flew,
got loaded. Yep. Okay.
And my car just got here. This guy
is your stuff there yet?
Well, I put stuff in the car, but everything else is in storage. And then I ship some stuff out, but most of the big pieces are in a storage unit in Alexandria.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, so
I have no place to put any of this.
Well, that's what I thought. I thought maybe that stuff was like.
Do you see all this? Do you see all this on the mantle? This is
Mama.
Put this, expand this to an entire house, and then ask yourself: does Trysta have a 9 feet credenza place to put it? No.
I know Mama Krick is listening. Like, now that you're home, let's go ahead and get let's get Frosty the snowman
afternoon.
over your right shoulder, down.
This afternoon. It's time.
Matter of fact, when you hang up, just turn around and just take
and
the
just
stuff
rip
down.
it off. No, we can't do that. I moved some stuff into there was like a little dresser in the bedroom that I'm in, which I opened and had some knickknacks in there. And so I moved them into a different dresser so I could put, socks, underwear, all that stuff. And my mom was not happy about that. She was like, 2 lessons. Number 1, you don't touch anybody's god dang da stuff without them telling you what you can do. And number 2, you don't listen to me. You don't listen to me. I told you that my stuff was in that drawer, and you thought and I was like, okay, I'm sorry. It was a miscommunication. Please let it go. Would not let it go. Would not let it go.
Welcome home.
Yep, it's gonna be an adventure. I think she's in the bathroom just so she can listen to the hit and watch the Chatty House. That I can kind of hear me on delay, like in another room.
Mama Krick, what up, though?
Also, Chatty House for real though, please subscribe to the Instagram.
Can we talk about that for a second? So
thirst traps,
what's
feet photos,
exactly behind
hand
that?
photos.
Hand photos.
We got feet photos.
Oh, man.
We got hand photos. I can't even keep a straight face, dog. No, for real though. It's behind the scenes content. It's personal stuff, like clean personal stuff. It's food reviews. It's questions like, personal AMA type questions. Would you rather? It's all pretty much non-sports content. Like peek behind the curtain of my life type stuff. And I think I'm probably funnier, as you guys know, because I'm the best with you guys. I'm probably the most me and the funniest when I'm talking about everything and sports. So we're gonna add that to the list.
You know what's funny about you? You're slightly more reserved in person.
Yes. Yeah. No, for sure. Absolutely.
when we were watching
So are you.
whatever we were watching. I am?
Yeah, you are as well.
Oh yeah, this
We
is all
both
an
are.
act. This is an
No,
act. Like
I
this
really
whole
thought like, wow, Damien doesn't like me. Me and Kenny are like this. Like me and Kenny are about to be best friends if his wife ever lets me around him. And but Damien, I don't even know. Like Damien is like putting buffers between us and the seats. He's out there.
that's the
Like
car.
this is the
Like,
closest we'll ever get. I was like, man, the Zooms are the most intimate friendship wise we're ever gonna be.
that's not at all true.
I know. I
It's-
had to text you though. I had to be like, hey, we good.
Trista, like we watched we came over and we hung out, and I was like, man, Trista's a lot like chiller in person. I guess what I didn't know is like this dude hates me. Like he
No.
just
Once
was-
I came over, it was the first time I came to Sacramento that I thought that. The second
I
time
will
when I
say
came over.
this, and because I have felt bad about this from day one. If I knew that your Airbnb didn't have power, that first when you came during the superstorm of whatever year that was.
But when I dropped her off, it did have power, didn't it?
No,
Yeah,
you
and then
didn't
it
drop her off. I dropped her off.
Yeah, Damien dropped me off. You picked me up, I think, Kenny.
No, I dropped you off because remember we were in Roseville.
Yeah, the night,
and on
but
my
that was
way
the night
home.
before.
No, that was the night before. Damien
have
dropped
power.
me off
yeah,
the day
when I
we went
picked
to
her
the
up for the
game.
game.
That's right.
Yeah,
that's right.
And
when
I
the
stepped
storm-
in like ankle amount of water. I think I had to let those shoes go.
All I'm thinking about is like, okay, that was a rough,
Yeah.
like hit part of Midtown.
Yeah, it got
And so
crazy.
all I'm thinking about is navigating streets with no lights that have trees in the middle of it.
You didn't
And it
think like,
wasn't-
oh, if the street lights are off,
Trista
maybe
doesn't have
CK
power.
doesn't have power.
And that was
And
the
over
day.
here, I'm
and-
not
and-
even texting anybody because I'm like, Damien's gonna. If I tell him, hey, I need you to spin the block real quick, pick me up.
I would have. It never dawned on me that the
There
whole
was
area
full
didn't
trees.
have power.
There was full trees just down like a mere 10
crazy.
feet from the
Yep.
door.
Yeah.
I was cranky. I remember I got out before it like really started hitting. I was like, yeah, I got to get to the crib, guys. And it was
Yeah,
windy.
we were like sitting at Sauce.
Yeah, and it was
Yes.
windy.
Yeah.
And then, like, because I remember by the time I got to like Delta Shores, which you guys wouldn't know nothing about,
The what Delta Shores?
Well,
What are you talking to?
Well, I'm just saying, like, Trista wouldn't know what Delta
Okay.
Shores is. But the wind started moving the car, and I was like, damn, I'm glad I'm almost home because this is getting crazy.
It was rough.
And
It was bad.
They weren't even checking on your girl, guys. They weren't even
Just left
checking.
Trista there in the dark. What a ass.
left her a
I
tipsy
have
putt.
felt bad about that forever. And then I think it was the next day that you wound up with some
My boss.
questionable figures out at what were you at? Republic? I don't
think
remember
she's at
where you.
Public House.
Oh, Public
Yeah,
House.
public house.
Yeah.
And we were supposed to watch the game together the next day, but then then all of a sudden Damien made plans and there was like we were supposed to meet up and I was like, oh well, I guess guess that's the end. See you next time.
And then the Kings made the playoffs.
Yeah,
And came back out.
exactly. Exactly.
Now you're a short flight away, so you got to come hang out.
Oh, definitely. On top of that, yeah, no, you're right. There's been, I would say, most people who started getting to know me on the internet, like over virtual, they're like, "Wow, you're really quite calm in person. You're like really chill." Yeah, I can't sustain this. What? Come on. You think this is me all the time? Oh my God.
That's how all the greats are.
Yeah.
Michael Irvin, Stephen A. Smith, Trysta Krick. They chill, and then once them lights come on,
You hit the switch.
Yeah.
Exactly. Pause.
Oh. Okay.
Anyway,
That's-
subscribe. $5 a month. We're up to almost 200 subscribers since January 1st. You can send me DMs with questions that you want answered, either direct or on the feed.
The more you talk, the more I feel like you're inviting problems with this.
Just
it's
subscribe.
very-
That's all I'm doing. I'm just listen. Joy Taylor has 3,700 subscribers.
Well, that's not the name I would use right now, ma'am. That's just not you. You using Joy Taylor as the model of how to do this. That's okay. Well, that's fine. We'll get you up to
Okay,
30
that was my bad. That was just the first name I had off the top of the head. Okay.
How many followers do you have right now? Not subscribers, but followers.
97.5.
Wow.
My
Did I
God.
tell you guys I'm going to the national championship?
No.
No, where is it at this year?
Atlanta.
Ooh.
You're going there on behalf of who?
Meta is sending my little ass out there. So
Look, you're working for big tech now.
yeah,
Okay.
me and we're just gonna let those Zuckerberg comments just go in one ear and out the other. Okay,
Man.
so we're up to 50,300 followers on Threads, which is more than I have on Twitter.
Yeah, you do
Wow.
your thing on Threads. You do your thing on Threads.
It's popping on Threads, so they had like a little promotion. So some of their top creators are sending out. We got credentials, and then we're gonna be in the lower bowl for the game, so we don't have to be in the press box, which is gonna be dope for an awesome game. And then hopefully I'll link up with some of the Ohio State folks that I know, like Maurice Claret and Eddie George, who have both been trolling me throughout this Oregon Ducks beatdown. And then I'm going to make some content, and we're going to the media day, so some of that will be on behind the paywall.
Nice.
There you go.
That's fire.
There you go. That's gonna be real dope. I just thought about it. Are you coming out for All-Star Weekend?
Maybe. The answer is maybe. I don't know. I mean, it's a short jaunt, so probably. I have to sort things out, but I think
from
the
a
answer
hard
is
maybe to a good probably. All right.
yeah, it's a probably. I think it's a probably. I hadn't even thought about it until right now. We're just trying to get day to day with this mom and daughter thing.
Well, it sounds like Mama Krick is about over with it, to be honest with you.
Oh no, she could not be happier. She enjoys pestering me. She enjoys. She wants to take my blood pressure every damn day. I don't know why. She's just
worried about
very
your health.
She's worried about my health. Yeah, I'm worried about hers. So
do you take your blood pressure every day?
no, I don't like the way it feels.
Oh,
like the way it feels.
Yeah, it's a very odd feeling.
That is.
So no, me and her are good, but she's just. Imagine me with no filter or couth at all, any like decorum, and a little bit more 0 to 100 real quick, and that's her.
I cannot wait to meet your mom. I will make a trip. I will make a trip to the employee store just to come see TK in Portland.
Just to go. All right, guys. Well, it's been real.
Yeah. All right, Trysta. We'll see. Subscribe. Appreciate you, TK.
Subscribe. No. Yeah, subscribe. Talk to you soon.
Yeah, okay. All right.
TK.